what is being measured. Those first two are my hardest. Is the measured value quantitative or categorical? How many samples are there? Are samples independent or dependent? And which hypothesis test should be used?
Wait, where are you at, Raquel?
What number are you on?
It's in the, remember the practice scenarios he gave us last time? It's in the answer key.
These ones right here?
Yeah.
I think so.
Okay.
Yes. There's the answer sheet, and it has, this is what it looks like.
Yeah. Well, maybe let's go over and do that afterwards. See if we have time.
Okay, a
We can
bank.
just come back to it, and then we can spend more time on that.
Yeah.
Because I agree.
A bank employs two appraisers. When approving borrowers for mortgages, it is imperative that the appraisers value that same type of properties consistently. To make sure this is the case, the bank evaluates 6 properties that both appraisers had recently valued. Which interval would be most appropriate for this study? We have to decide if it's quantitative or categorical. What did you think it was?
Oh, I think you skipped number 5.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. You can do that one if you want, and then we can just go back to 5. Just make sure everybody's on the.
Okay.
If that one was quantitative, it was a paired sample t-test. We can go back to number 5. I didn't know I skipped 5. So,
That's what I got, you know,
yeah,
for the one.
back to 5.
So it's number 6. I got in. Wait. So are we talking about number 5 or number 6 now?
Okay, we can go to number 5 now. Oh, we were talking about number 6. It was.
Okay.
The one, a student project compared the effectiveness of 2 different combination locks. One of the locks turned clockwise first and the other turned counterclockwise. They asked 25 students to participate in the study. Each student was given the combination to each lock and asked to open the locks. The time it took them to open each lock was recorded. They want to determine if the lock's easier to open. Which hypothesis test is most appropriate?
Okay, let's decide whether it's quantitative or categorical.
Quantitative, I think, because you're measuring the time.
Yeah,
right?
how quickly it took them to open it. Yes, it is quantitative. So it's paired.
I put one sample t-test, but I don't know.
No, there was.
That's what I put.
That's why there were 2 locks, and each person tested each one, so it was paired sample t-test.
But they weren't looking for the difference, were they? I don't.
They wanted to see which one.
They want to know which one's easier to open.
So paired samples. Okay. Well, that was like my initial thought, but then I was thinking, no, it couldn't be that.
Right. And that's why it's like so confusing, because it sounds like it could be one or the other, you know?
So each student were given 2 locks. So those were the 2 samples.
Okay.
And they want to determine, they record the time it took them to open each lock.
Okay. So let's move on to 6. So you guys already said it was a paired samples T confidence.
Yeah, T confidence.
Where do we find all of these in our reading? Like, I guess.
What do you mean?
I guess the 1 sample Z confidence interval, is that just a different name? I don't know.
Do you have this?
If the standard deviation is known, then it's a Z test. If it's not known, it's a T test.
Oh, I forgot. I need to print that off. I don't have that printed off.
In the exam meetings, he went over it a little bit with us, and then it has a spot where you say what kind of confidence intervals it is and stuff. So.
I don't think I have that one either.
No, it's in the resource on our. Let me see.
I have it. I just haven't filled it out.
Oh, okay. Do you know where it's at? You tell Raquel where it's at.
I just did the one from the last meeting. I thought that was a lot simpler. because he had them, you decide whether it's quantitative, categorical. And
Yeah,
then-
that's really a good tip.
Okay. We'll go over that after. So 7. In a Wall Street Journal article on satisfaction with career paths, the percentage of psychology majors reporting that they were satisfied with their career path was reported. The same data was also reported for accounting majors. You will decide to construct a 95% confidence interval to see if the observed difference is significant. So this is categorical,
Yes.
and they're reporting if they were satisfied with their.
Okay. What are they measuring?
Whether or not they were satisfied, right?
Yeah. Psychology and accounting. That's 2. So confidence interval for what? Categorical to proportions.
Confidence is that what you're saying? 2 proportions?
Yeah, because they're measuring the percentage of psychology majors and accounting majors. That's why.
Okay. Yeah, I put independent. I don't know. These ones I have to go over. I'm so lost on
The
them.
same data was also reported for accounting majors. The first one was for the psychology major. So there you got your two samples.
I think with our class meeting, he'll probably go over these kind of things.
Yeah, I just need to make sure I can get on. And is that tonight, right?
Tomorrow night,
Tomorrow.
Wednesday.
Okay, good. Just making
I
sure.
think, right? It's Wednesday because the exam's not due till Friday.
Yeah.
Saturday.
It's
I
Wednesday through Saturday.
Yeah, I went through this with Wanda's, and she helps me kind of figure out how,
How to think about it and stuff.
how to spot it.
This is what I struggle. I can do everything else, but this part right here, I struggle with.
I struggle with it too.
Okay. So question 8, 7 on our review. Double stuffed Oreos are supposed to have twice the filling of regular Oreo cookies. You and some friends decide you want to know if it's a true assertion by the company who makes them. You take a sample of 55 double stuffed Oreos cookies and measure the amount of filling in each one. You need to construct a confidence interval to estimate the true mean filling amount of double stuffed Oreos in order to compare it to the filling amount in regular Oreos. Which confidence interval would be most appropriate for the study?
Okay, which one is our sample?
So is it categorical because they're trying to figure out the
They're weighing it.
So it would be quantitative because it's the amount.
Yeah, and they want to know if it's, that's quantitative. So,
And there's 2 they're comparing to, right?
So would it be paired because one makes it to where
they are comparing it to the one that's, what was
Are
it?
they measuring double stuff, or are they just comparing it to what the double stuff is known to be?
So they're only doing the double stuffed Oreo cookies. They're not measuring the other cookie.
Which one are they measuring?
Comparing it.
They're only measuring the double stuff. They just want to compare it. They're not even testing the one, the filling and the regular Oreos. They're not doing anything with the regular Oreo.
You take a sample of 55 double stuff.
So would it be?
The only one you're measuring is the double stuff.
Yeah.
So it would just be one sample.
Yeah.
Is it T confidence because the sigma is known?
T confidence interval because the standard deviation is not known.
Or is not known, I mean.
Yeah.
Oops.
this is tricky stuff.
Yeah, but she kind of teaches me that you look. What are they measuring? They're not even doing the regular Oreo. They're only doing the double stuff.
No. Is it airplane? Okay, sorry, I gotta open up this window before he ruins my blinds.
Okay.
I have Emily take question 9.
Okay. Maurice is not back. We'll wait.
No, you're good. I can still hear you. I just
Okay.
had to open the window. He was destroying my blinds.
Which one of the following best defines the notion of the significance level of a hypothesis test? And I put the probability of the type 1 error.
Yes,
Probability rejecting a null.
type 1 error. Significance.
The significance level, so it's the alpha.
Which of the following best describes the notion of a significance level
And
of a hypothesis? The probability of a one error. That is the answer. The other one,
I don't remember where, I just remember I think these are in my exam notes, and that's why.
The next one is a type 1 error, isn't it? The notion.
No, it's the P.
Oh, it's B.
So it's,
I had them backwards.
okay, yeah, that's what I had at first, but I still got the first one wrong.
when they talk about significance level, that's significance level. That's the probability of a type 1 error. But when they're just talking about the p-value of a hypothesis test, that's the one, the probability of observing sample statistic more extreme than the one actually assuming the null hypothesis is true. That's
the one I got too.
Yeah,
I had them backwards.
I know, it's hard. We'll get it. All right, so question 11. Suppose you create a 95% confidence interval for a mean and get 10 and 20. You've been told to report this saying something like, we're 95% confident that the true mean is be 10 and 20. What exactly does this mean?
I was stuck between two.
it's number 2.
I put 95% of the sample means are between 10 and 20%. 10 and 20.
It's number 2. 95% of all.
D.
It's saying, what does it mean? 95% of all 95% confidence interval actually contain the true mean. That's
That's what I got. So it's 95% of all 95% confidence intervals. Is that right?
yes, because they just want to know what does it mean.
Right.
They've
Because that
all-
was one of my guesses. Because I was like, it's either that one or that the true mean lies between them. So.
And I guess looking back at our group quizzes, I feel like I've put that answer before, and I always get it wrong. I always get these ones wrong for some reason.
It's like tricky the way they word it, you know? Because
Ways it can word it. The one is like 95% of all 95%. There's another one which is we're 95% confident that the true mean is between such and such. And there's a third one, and I don't remember which one that one is. Hey, Emily, your hair looks really nice. Are you going somewhere?
Doesn't she look all decked out?
thank you. I've been sick, so I wanted to feel better about myself, so I figured I should get ready today. But I have to go to class early today to talk to my professor, so I didn't know how long our group was going to be, so I didn't know if I'd have time.
You got ready before? Okay,
Good for you, girl.
Look at me.
Emily.
Thank you very much. It makes me feel good because I was feeling awful last week.
We understand.
Okay. Use the following information to answer the next 3 questions. You take a simple random of 100 adults. Oh, I've got to put this on my categorical.
This one was tricky for me when I was computing these things, like the next.
From the town in the western United States to determine the proportion of those in town who invest in the stock market. Assume the unknown population proportion of percentage of people in town who invest in the stock market is P equal 0.3.
Yeah, I got 0.3.
Okay.
That's what
What
Quick
is the
question.
mean
Are you guys
of
able
3?
to use that Excel sheet? Because it's the proportions, usually the one proportion, right? And that's where you can get the standard deviation.
Is that how you found it? Because I could not figure it out.
Okay.
I was gonna say, like, I tried it, like, both ways, and none of the options had my answer. And so I was like, oh, no! So,
I don't know how to find this one.
Okay, it's the square root of 0.3 times parenthesis 1 minus 0.3 divide by 100 because there were 100 samples.
Can you show us your work so I can see how you set that up?
Like that.
Wait, hold on. So the square root.
I'm not, I think it was chapter 16.
that's what I did. And I don't know if is it 0.046? Is that the answer?
Uh, yes.
Oh, okay. And some of them I was like not sure.
0.0456.
0.046, I think.
See,
Oh, hang on a second. I gotta.
Is that right?
Oh, good. I just realized I had my tablets on. Oh dear. I'll pull up my calculator on this because I forgot my phone.
You're good.
Yeah.
Here, I'll show it like the work I did for that one. So like right here. And then I rounded. I always forget to square root it, so
Yeah, you start with square rooting it.
yeah.
This is, and what, the standard deviation for what?
Just like when you
What lesson was that one from? Sorry, I'm just trying to remember what lesson it was from.
it's the one proportion. I think it's
I think was it 11?
lesson
Oh, it's 17?
I think it's 17, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay, square root.
I don't know why. I could not figure out where this one was at.
You know what? I don't think it's that one. I think it might be 16. I have it written on my notes for lesson 16, so I would check out 16.
Divided by 100. Oops.
Oh my gosh, it's right there.
Yeah. It's 0.046.
I looked over it. Okay, thank you. Sorry, I just could not figure out where this was at, so
No, you're
thank you.
fine.
What?
I got C. 0.458.
Wait, what did you get, Raquel?
0.458.
0.04.
Oh, did you square root? Did you do the square root?
Square root in the beginning?
Let me do it again. I did. .3 parentheses 1 minus 0.3 all over 100 under the square root sign.
Okay.
So
Make sure you
And then
square root first.
Divided by the square root of 0.3.
square root.
1 minus 0.3.
so I got 0.21 over 100. I divided and I square root that. Did you guys do that too?
What am I?
14?
Oops. 13. Are you talking about 13?
No, I'm talking about on the quiz itself. I'm referring to 13. Because Raquel, she hasn't gotten it yet, right?
Yeah.
I still got the same thing. I did. Comes out to 21.21 over 100, and I just did square root of 0.21 divided by 100.
So you have to make sure that you square root it.
Square root it before you divide it.
Signs too.
Are we supposed to square root it before or after we divide?
I square rooted before.
Before.
Okay.
It depends on your
I'm on
calculator.
this calculator. Yeah, I'm on this calculator.
Oh, I see.
So it's, I don't know. I probably shouldn't talk because I think I'm the only one with that calculator.
Okay.
Zero, 4, 5.
Are we on question? Oh,
It comes up to the same. Oh no, it doesn't. It's different.
okay. Are we on question 14?
So I not yet. I divide 0.21. I divide that over the 100, and I got 0.0021, and then I square root that, and I get 0.04582. But if I
Yeah.
root before I divide, I get an extra 0 after the decimal, and so it ends up being different.
So
I square root it after I divide.
right here is where I did it. I just put them all in. Oops. Yikes.
This is what I do. I do the division, and then I move it over into the square root thing, and that's what I got.
Mm-hmm.
And then I round it up. So did you get it, Raquel?
So which one's the right answer? I still get 0.458.
Well, you have to round the 5 to 6, dear.
It's 0.046.
Yeah, so you just need to round the 5 because remember they told us to use 3 numbers after the decimal point. So that's why it's 0.046. We round the 5 to 6. You got the correct answer. You just need to round the 5 to 6.
Mm-hmm. Are we good to move on
Okay.
to
I'm more worried about the next one because I didn't get an answer anywhere close to any of the choices.
Yeah, I didn't either.
Okay. The next one, what is the probability that your random sample of 100 adults will have a sample proportion less than 0.25? 0.25 is your p-hat. So you put 0.25 minus 0.30, which was at the beginning, that was your true proportion. You minus that, and then you divide that by your standard deviation, which is the square root of 0.3 multiplied by 1 minus 0.3 divided by 100.
Then don't you have to put that into the normal probability applet?
And your z-score is minus 1.091, and then you put that into your normal applet to get your probability. So, and it was 0.138. Minus 1. Minus 1.091.
So for the z, I got negative 1.091.
I just got that right now.
That's correct. Plug it into your normal applet.
Yeah, I just want to make sure that's what everybody else is getting.
Yeah, and then plug it in, and you'll get 0.138. You round up that 7.
I got 0.38.
And you do just the less than side, right?
Yeah, just the left side because it's less than, not less that, less than.
Okay.
There's an error in this writing. Okay. I don't know why, but I really struggled with those answers. I could not figure out for the life of me how to do them.
Yeah, I was struggling too.
And I thought, oh yeah.
So it's A 1.138.
Yes.
Yeah. So, what was it? On your lesson 16, that's just a review on lesson 16.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was a lesson I just totally bombed.
That lesson, that was good. I
That
just
was
for
a
some reason.
terrible lesson.
Another thing on lesson 16 you might want to brush off on, because I have this feeling it's going to be in the exam. I had a really heck of a time trying to figure it out, so I asked Wanda. It's that very last portion down at the bottom. So, because you are basically figuring out one z-score, and then you're looking for what's higher than that, and then you look for another z-score, and then you take the higher z-score and deduct the lower z-score. The high p-value minus the lower p-value is a little complicated.
Okay.
That's another one that's going to be
That
there.
was a terrible one. Yes, I agree.
Okay, well, let's move on. So question 15, I got for my margin of error was,
Okay, let's go and do that. What is a proportion of?
Oh wait, I think I
P1 and P2. Okay.
I skipped number 15 by accident.
61. Okay, it's a weird. Accuprel is meant to control hypertension. In clinical trials of Accuprel, 2142 subjects were divided into two groups. The 1563 subjects in the experimental group received Accuprel. The 579 subjects in the control group received a placebo. Of the 1563 in the experimental group, 61 experienced dizziness as a side effect. So go to your proportion of 2 samples and put in 61 and 1563. And where are we? Of the 15 experienced dizziness as a side effect out of the 579. Let P1 be the true proportion of people who experience dizziness while taking Accuprel. Let P2 be the true proportion of the people who experience dizziness but do not take Accuprel. Okay, let me go to that. 1563 and 15 out of 579.
So I got the margin of error. I minus the.
I got the last one.
Okay, and what was our?
I got 0.016.
Okay. Mine just froze. Sorry. I gotta redo mine because it just all of a sudden froze.
Is the test greater than, less than, or different?
Let me see. What was the experiment?
It doesn't really say.
Does it change the answer if we?
It just changes the p-value, but it's not asking us for the p-value.
Yeah.
So what
So
did
you're
you?
okay.
What did you guys get for your confidence interval?
I got.
Of the 579 subjects,
Oh, because in
The
the.
last one.
15 experienced dizziness.
This is for question 14.
Okay.
Okay, and so
I am having to. Okay.
so should we do the margin of error with the one that they gave us on the answer for 16 and 17 on our quiz for the upper bound and lower bound?
Yeah, just to the upper bound and lower bound. I realized we never were asked this, but in the review. So for my confidence interval, I got negative 0.003 and 0.029.
Yeah.
Is that what you guys got?
Yeah.
Okay, so I just minus 0.029 minus negative 0.003.
Yeah.
Got 0.032, and I divide by 2, and I got 0.016.
Yeah, that is 0.016.
Just making sure that we're all on the same page.
I appreciate it because I was like, I don't know. Okay.
And I'm
And I
sorry that we
messed up with the margin of error. I always mess it up. So
we've got it.
thank you.
No worries. So for 16 and 17, we'll just input the lower and upper bound.
Just a second.
I ate one.
Oh, you did. Good for you. Oh dear, guys, my computer just decided to take a vacation today.
The one thing I can hear now.
Okay.
Okay.
It's not good.
Okay, that was 0.016.
Yep.
Okay, the lower bound is minus 0.003.
Yep.
Minus 0.003. And the upper bound was 0.029.
Correct.
And make sure with the lower bound it's negative, right?
Yeah.
So
Okay.
you know it contains 0.
Okay.
And then for 18, I put the first one for.
I did too.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Nice try.
So
For
19.
which one?
Oh, Marisa. Is that, yeah, the first one.
Yep, the first.
P1 is equal P2 and the alternative P1 is not equal P2.
It's different then.
Yeah.
So gosh, these numbers, my number. Okay,
The value of your test statistic,
I got
2.068. Is that what you got?
1.458.
That's what I got. And I wanted to ask you because on my my
I was getting from a wrong. Sorry. You guys are right. 60.
You're fine. For the Excel, it makes it out to be negative, but on our sheet it's positive. So do you guys know?
I'm pretty sure it's positive. I have it on my Excel. Mine is positive.
Is it okay? Maybe I did something wrong on mine then.
You probably just put it in opposite.
Yeah. You could. Yeah. You probably just put the samples differently.
Oh, okay.
So then our p-value. Make sure this is. It tells us it's different than. Our p-value would be 0.145.
You're right. 1.458.
That's what I got.
Yep.
That's because I forgot to plug in the correct number.
Oh, 0.145. So we would do it 3. So 1.46. 0.146.
Really? Where are you at? The p-value?
Yeah, because don't we want to round it to 3 decimal places?
Yes. The p-value is
Mine says just 0.145, and it matches
Yeah,
our
it's
exam revision.
0.145.
And it,
Mine's. Oh, it is just 8. Oh my gosh, 0.1458. Sorry, guys.
The 1.458 for the test statistic for 19.
Sorry.
20 is 0.145. Is that right?
It's 1.458. I put 0.1458. I was like, wait. So please excuse me. I put my decimal in the wrong place.
1.45.
So 21, we say, no, I failed to reject the null.
Hold the bus. So the p-value in the test is 0.145. Is that correct?
0.1458. Oh, sorry, 1.458. Oh my goodness.
Okay, that was the z-score, wasn't it?
The test statistic is 1.458, and then p-value is 0.145.
Guys, I'm getting so confused what you're... Okay, yep. P-value is 0.145. Z is...
You're right. It's
1.458.
1.45 because it was 210.
Okay, sorry. I was combining both of those when you guys were asking questions, and my brain...
No, you're totally fine.
Oh my word.
Okay. So now this is the one.
so
I already did my SPSS on the next ones. I don't know if you guys have already.
Yeah, I have.
Okay. What did you get for 22?
Sorry, so it's question 22, but it's 19, right?
Okay, are we on, is there sufficient evidence to conclude the true proportion of people who experience dizziness while taking Accuprel is different than the true proportion of people who experience dizziness while not taking Accuprel? He said, no, I failed to reject the null because it was 0.1.
Greater than the...
Yeah, it was greater than the level of significance.
Yep.
Right.
So then for 22, sorry, I have to like figure out what number is in my book and quiz. And,
Yeah, 22 on quiz and then 19
19.
for review.
Okay, so I got 6.580.
That's what I got.
that's what I got.
One? Which one, ladies?
22 is
Okay, this is the one where we do the SPSS.
Yep.
Okay, let me do a table.
Well, what did you get for your answer? Have you done those yet?
Yeah, I did those. I just
Oh, then just tell us the answer.
Tell us the answer.
We've all done it.
mine is all done, but I X'd out my table, so
Well, if you want, you could just go with the answers that we have if you've already done it.
Okay, which one are we doing? Calculate the test statistic of the hypothesis. The first one is 6.580. Is that it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
And then we
You don't have to do it. So the test statistic is 6.580.
Then I got so then for number 23, I got 0.087 for my p-value.
Yeah.
That's what I got.
0.87.
Okay. So then 24, I put no p-value is greater than 0.05.
I did the same.
It's greater.
That's what.
So 25, I said no, I failed to reject or wait.
It's different.
Oh, it's different. Okay. So we
Okay.
have insufficient evidence to say that a person, that being a morning or evening person is not independent of age. So the last one, I believe.
F. That's the one I picked.
Say that being a morning or evening person is not different of age.
Okay, so 26. So our lower bound and upper bound.
You can't find what?
So I got 0.190 for my lower bound.
Okay, hold the bus. A recent book noted that only 20% of all investment managers outperform the Dow Jones Industrial Average over a 5-year period. A random sample of 200 investment managers that had graduated from the top business programs in the country were followed over a 5-year period. 50 of these outperformed the Dow Jones. Let P be the true proportion. Okay, so is it one proportion? Is that right?
I believe so. So,
yeah.
what did you guys get what answer did you get for your lower bound?
I messed mine up, so I wasn't getting it right. So
Okay, the first one, what was your X?
Are you?
like you have to do like the
This was just the one proportion.
Okay, 50 out. Okay, so my
Yeah,
X
it was 50 over 200.
over 200. 200. So that you kind of know how we arrive at the answer.
And the null was 0.2. Oh.
100. Oh my goodness. Oh man. Oh my God.
Sorry, guys.
Oh, I thought it was my computer.
No, it's
I thought, is that my computer doing that to me?
No, it's I'm using my husband's computer because my computer stopped working, and so I just needed it.
Okay.
And so all of his calls.
What was the null hypothesis?
Pretty sure it's 0.2.
0.2.
yeah, because it's the percentage, right? That percentage they show us.
Are
Yeah.
you figuring out the one that says,
2.
based on the results of the sample, a 95%
What are we?
confidence interval is...
Results create a 95% confidence.
Yeah, so we're on question 26.
Okay.
I
So
took the answer Marisa gave. Okay, so
what
I'll
was
just look at it later.
lower bound?
I got 0.190,
Yep.
0.310.
0.190.
And the
Same.
next one, I didn't get it right.
Yeah,
0.310.
0.310 is the upper bound. Then our margin of error.
Okay, you just take the lower bound and minus it from the upper bound.
Well, but this one isn't margin of error, it's a sample.
A sample.
Yeah, so like what
But I
samples
think
do we need to
you
expect a
don't
margin
you
of
have
error?
to have the margin of error.
This is
to
the
get
one where we have the point estimate known. You guys remember that?
I don't know. I couldn't figure it out.
Okay,
it's n equals, right? It's not
Yeah. 310 minus.
So when you're trying to find out the margin of error, there's two different ways. It's when the point estimate is unknown
It's
and when the point estimate is known. So we have the one that is known.
So you have to go n equals z-score divided by m, square, or then you square that, or yeah, square it. Then you do p.
yeah, p times 1 minus p. So it's z-score 1.96 divided by 0.02 and then square that and multiply it by 0.2 times 1 minus 0.2. It's 1537.
Yeah.
I think, was that in chapter 17?
Yeah.
And if there is no prior estimate on, then you 1.96 divided by 2m, and then squared. You double your margin of error at the bottom if there's no prior p estimate he had.
So you guys got 15.366, right?
Yeah, it was 1537. You have to round it up because they were left over. You can't have half a person.
Well, I got 15.3664, so I don't think you would round it up.
Which one are you? Which question are you at?
28 for the margin of error, or the sample. Sorry.
On the review, it says 1537.
It's number 24 on our review. Suppose you had been in charge of designing the study. What sample size would be needed to construct a margin of error of 2% with a 95% confidence interval?
Oh yeah. Why does it say 15? Why am I getting a decimal?
Well, the sample, so you have to round it.
You have to round it. 1537. No matter how small the leftover.
So I'm
Round it.
getting 15.367. That's why, or that's
Okay.
what I was confused about because I kept getting, I
Okay.
kept getting a decimal.
Okay. You get 1.96 divided by 0.02 equal, and then you square it, and then you multiply it by 0.2 times parenthesis 1 minus 0.2 equal 1536.64. And that's why it's rounded to 1537.
So I think maybe this is what has happened before in like previous lessons. When I square on my calculator, for some reason it doesn't do the right square. That makes sense?
Okay. 1.96 divided by 0.02, you get a 98. You square
I get 9.8.
No, it's a 98.
So when I say 1.96 divided by 0.2, I get 9.8.
Okay. You get, if you divide it by 0.02,
But that would change it. Oh, it's because I
divide it by 0.02 because your margin of error was 2.02, not 0.2 is 20%. 0.0.
Sorry, I thought you guys were saying 0.02. That's where I was getting it.
Yeah. And
Okay, thanks. Sorry, I was like, I swear, like I'm doing everything right. It just okay.
And then you squared it, you get 9604, and then you take that and you multiply it by 0.2 times parenthesis 1 minus 0.2, you'll arrive at 1536.64.
Does anybody know what lesson that's in?
Yeah, that's in lesson
17.
16 or 17. Sorry. You want to finish your lunch, babe? Okay, so for the next number 29.
29, Which of the following pairs of hypotheses is the most appropriate for addressing this question?
I got P equals 0.2 and P is greater than 0.2.
Got the same thing.
So
Yeah.
the second to the last one.
Yeah, that's the one.
Ben, you're right. She does have
Oh, yeah.
Question 30. Any takers? Oh, are we,
Oh, sorry. So question 30. Sorry, I have to find it. So I got NP is greater than 10 and N 1 minus P is greater than 10. So the first one.
I did too.
yeah.
That's what I
So
asked.
31. I got 1.768 for my test statistic.
Yeah. 1.7.
That's what I got.
And then the p-value, I got 0.039.
1.768. Where did we get that from?
We got it from when we put it in.
Okay, where is our,
That proportion that was on that Excel sheet.
And that's
Okay.
one proportion, is that right?
Yeah, the one proportion.
yes.
What do you put in your
It's right there in front of me. Hello?
What'd you say, Emily?
what did you guys put for your X and N? Because I kept getting this one wrong
X and N.
for your Excel sheet.
Oh, for X I put 50 and N I put 200. So N is the sample oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So 50 is what, like the smaller sample and 200 is the big sample of everybody.
And then you do greater than, right?
Yeah, 50 are your number of people that were successful.
What do you do for your null hypothesis? Like, where do you get, like, where do you get, so that's
it's your,
percentage? Is that the percentage that we look for? Is that one?
yeah, so the prior estimate, 0.2 is your null is 0.2.
Got it. Okay, yeah, because I kept messing up on it because I was forgetting, like, what the null was supposed to be. So thank you.
Yeah, it's good. I know, I always forget that too. Okay, so then we got 0.039 for the p-value for 32.
Yes.
33, I said yes, I rejected the null.
Yes.
So that's the first one. Steven.
Thank you.
And now, do you want me to pull up the blue score salve, or we just get it from our answer?
Let's just get it from our answers, just so we can hurry and go, because it's already 10:05.
All right.
Okay.
So for 34, so we're supposed to put input or lower bound. I got negative 0.126.
Where is it?
It's based off of like
It's number 30 in your paper.
So did you get negative 0.012?
Requirement to satisfy calculate. I got my lower bound is 0.28238. I'm gonna pull it up. I'm gonna pull up the data.
Yeah, let's pull it up.
She said so. She said her recommendation is 3 tickets. The price she put for buying was like maybe 5 11 but then
We do one sample t-test, right?
just and,
They got one sample t-test.
and she said if a
Yeah.
price changes,
And then the null is 0.295, right? And so that's what we put in the test value.
price.
Yes. Is
Yeah.
it how much is the null? 0.2?
So
I think it's because the null would be the mean, right? So 0.295. Is that
Yeah.
right? Or am I wrong?
Okay. What is the null?
everything that they can do.
Okay, so we have to do transform, or no, sorry, it's just
295 is the null.
I think it's just one
Oh,
sample.
wait a second. Now I know. When you do the hypothesis, you don't put in the null. When you do the test hypothesis. When you do the interval, when you go to do the test for the hypothesis, you put in the test value. We're only looking for the confidence interval.
Well, I'm pretty sure this is where I got wrong. The teacher told me to put the test value.
Well, is it, let's see if we're on the same page. Is it comparing the sample t-test?
Okay, that's, yeah. Without the test value being in it, the, I can't. Okay. The bound is 0.28238, and the upper bound is 0.29284. Because when you put in your test value for your hypothesis, it will change your confidence interval. They just want to know the confidence interval.
We're not. I guess I'm confused why we don't.
I thought they were supposed to do the test value, but we aren't supposed to get our confidence interval with the test value. Is that what you're saying?
I'm saying that it's asking what is the 95% confidence interval for the blue, whatever it is.
The true mean.
Oh, you know what? I think I understand what Fina is saying. So, because I remember in his meetings he talked about not using the compare means when sample t-test. We're not supposed to use the confidence interval. We're supposed to do the descriptives.
You can still do the compare means by not putting in the test value, and you would still get the same one on the descriptive.
Got it. Okay.
2.8.
The upper bound is 0.293.
And the upper bound is 0.29. Oh, that's right. We're only supposed to put down the 3.
So what did you guys get for the lower bound? It's 0.282, is that right?
0.282 and then 0.293.
And the upper bound is 0.93.
Got it. That's good that got cleared up.
Okay, so the next one is going to ask
for the degrees of freedom.
Degrees of freedom. Let me go look at it.
It's 99.
Yep. 99.
And then 37, it's asking for the test statistic, which is 109.091.
That's what I got.
Yep, 109.091, yeah.
That's so big.
Right, hold of us.
I know.
The test statistic I need to put in, hang on.
Okay.
Analyze, compare mean, one sample. I gotta put in the value, 0.295.
So are we on question 38?
Minus 2.803. Once you put in the test value, that's when it's going to give you your minus 2.803.
What?
Okay.
Wait, are we all on 38? Are we trying to get the p-value?
Yeah,
okay.
I'm on 38. What are you on for now?
I am on, hold on a second. I am on 37. It says input the test statistic. And this time I put in the value, which was 0.295. And when you put in the 0.295, your test value is minus 2.803.
That's a test statistic, you know. We want the sig for the p-value. It'd be 0.
The p-value is 0.006.
I believe so. And because it's detailed, we won't divide it.
Okay.
Oh, so that's when you put in that. So when you change the null. Oh, okay. Sorry, it's just all coming back. So that's a negative.
So for 38, we're doing the p-value, and it's detailed, so it's 0.006.
Yeah, that's what I got.
Is that what you got?
Yeah.
Cool.
Based on the result of this test, would you conclude use a level significance of 0.05? We have sufficient evidence to say.
That the mean is different, right? Because it has that equal sign with the slash through it.
Yeah, it's the first one. We have sufficient evidence to say that the true mean is different than
I
0.29.
think it's the last one.
It's the first one.
It's the first one, because you have to say different, then it's not equal to, Raquel.
It is not equal. You have proved it is not equal to 0.295. You had just put it in.
Are you guys on the quiz or are you on the homework?
I'm
We're
on
on
the.
the quiz.
Okay, because I'm looking at the homework.
Oh, okay, yeah, so it's the first one on the quiz.
So is it the last one on the homework?
Okay, yeah.
Uh,
So 40,
Yes.
I got, for the lower bound, I have 8.728.
Yep.
That's what I have.
So I have to round it in my head.
I know, me too.
41, I have 10.455.
And the upper bound is 10.455.
Not the same thing.
Yeah. Okay, so 35 I got for the test statistic 22.446.
Yes.
Woohoo, guys, we're almost done.
I know.
Degrees of freedom 40. What did you guys get?
40.
Woo. P-value I got 0.000.
Yep, that's the one.
Got it too.
And then 45, I said yes, we reject the null. So the third one, is that what you guys got?
Yes, we rejected the null, the third one.
Okay, let's submit it.
How many did we miss?
We got 100. Woo! Hey, ladies.
That's
Sorry.
exciting.
That's awesome.
Good job, everybody.
I'm proud. I'm very
Come
proud.
mine won't.
Oh, I missed one. Oh, let me see which one I missed so I can fix it. I missed one. Hold on. Because
Okay.
I probably didn't hear or something. Hold on.
Yeah, no, it makes
Uh,
sense.
Don't know what's going on with my thing, but he wouldn't submit it.
For 37,
Uh-huh.
what did we get?
It's negative 2.803.
Yeah.
For number 37 is negative 2.803.
Oh my goodness. It just wiped out some of my answers.
Uh-oh. Have you been saving them?
I've been saving it. Okay. I am on question. Wait a second. That
Hey
one.
guys, I'm so sorry to do this to you. I have to go.
That's
I'm just gonna stop the broadcast, or do you guys can keep going. I just have to leave. I just don't know.
no, that's fine. You can go.
Sorry,
Thank you.
because I started it. If you guys need to restart another one, I'm so sorry. Today is like the craziest day for me.
I don't think we need to start another one. Is everybody good?
Okay, what's on number 22?
Do you guys want to start another one?
It just wiped me
Yeah,
out.
I'll
Okay.
start over. For now,
Okay. I'm sorry, guys.
Okay, 22, what was it that we
for
said?
now we're going to start over because Marisa needs to go, okay?
Okay,